Good for you for writing to us. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 1-888-973-5476. All welcome. Teeny, would you mind you and Alex Jones spinning the giant wheel, the Wilcox Family Farm?
Just simpering control freaks and big.
Just spin the wheel, Alex. Just spin the wheel.
I cannot give this demonstration if you keep interrupting me.
Okay.
I've had it with control freaks.
Guys. Golly. It's Wilcox Family Farm Eggs recipe wheel.
Fun time.
Shouldn't have all that animosity. Green light turns to red and it lands on Joe. Joe, your recipe for an egg today.
I just enjoyed 2 hard-boiled eggs down from our little Bonneville convenience store.
Oh, the free store.
Yes.
There we go.
Except I paid $3 for them.
Weird. Thank you for that. That's just eat hard-boiled eggs from Wilcox Family Farm Eggs there. Thank you. Let's see. So tomorrow, I've talked about this before. So St. Jude has an auction here in Seattle, and my friend Nayland said, listen, we'd love for you to bring an item. So I thought, okay, I'll bring an item. So I said, well, how about if you come to the barn for a party? And I kept adding more and more to it, and a whole bunch of people raised their bid card. I think each, there were 15 cards in the air. That's 30 people. They all, I think, $2,500 per card or whatever. Anyway, raised a lot of money for St. Jude. That's the good news. Parties tomorrow at the barn. And then I just kept adding more and more people. Now it's up to like 62 or something. I thought I better bring more fun. So I got Jim Washburn from Daniel's Broiler there in Bellevue, the great piano player, has been there for more than 35 years. Jim's coming to play. I've got all these microphones. We put reverb on it. That's going to be great. And then, let's bring Psychics. So it was close to Halloween. So I got Psychic Spectrum, our friends Skip and Sharon. They're going to be there doing readings, and one part of their amazing skill is that they can connect people that have passed. So yesterday, they kept saying, we should do a reading for you. We should do a reading. I said, okay, fine. So over the phone, they're both there, and we were about 25 minutes into this reading, and at one point, Skip says, I think your father has come across. Your father passed away, and I can talk to your father. Do you have any questions? Well, I asked one question. It was a hoo-ha. It's the only question you ask of your dad if he's dead. So I skipped that one. Then your father's saying how proud he is and this other stuff. And I said, oh, okay. I thought, okay, yeah. That's okay. And then all of a sudden, Skip says, what does cherry pie mean? I keep hearing cherry pie. I think, I hope that's not that Warrant song. They play at strip clubs. My dad comes across from the other side to want me to play a song from Warrant. And Nick looked at me and goes, what does that mean? And I said, oh, this is weird. My dad's mom used to sing the song Cherry Pie. Can you bake a cherry pie, Billy boy, Billy boy? It's a 16-verse song from the 19th century, and the Irish used to sing it all the time. And my dad made all of the grandkids learn the song. Here's the song right here. This is what they had to learn. Went like this.
Can she bake a cherry pie? Billy boy, can she bake a cherry pie, charming Billy? She can bake a cherry pie, quick as a cat can wink her eye. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother.
Okay, so that's the song, and my father loved having the kids learn that song. And then before he died, he said to my brother, who was in the room with him when he was passing, he said, hey, listen, make sure the grandkids sing Billy Boy at the funeral.
What?
And Chuck said, okay, Dad, yeah. So Dad wanted all the grandkids to sing that song. Well, listen to the words.
Yes, she cannot miss the bucket's more than half. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother.
So, like, what, at the funeral, around in the church, all the grandkids were going to get up and sing Cherry Pie?
Is she often seen at church?
Did they?
No.
Yes,
My brother vetoed that.
with a bonnet
Wow.
white as
And-
pitch. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother.
How odd.
And is she
Yeah.
very
That's giving me chills.
We didn't do it. We said we want to do Danny Boy, and the priest is like, "Yeah, this is not we're not doing Danny Boy. This is a church. This is a church. We're not doing Danny Boy." And Chuck said, "Oh, okay, fine." And then he goes, and Chuck, it's also not a comedy show. So just be careful what you say. This is not getting the microphone in front of everybody to do a comedy act for your father. I knew your father had a sense of humor, but this is a church. So Chuck goes, "Oh, okay, Father." And then sure enough, Chuck wrote like 8 pages of great jokes and then went right into Danny Boy. So it's like, what's the priest going to do? Stop it, right? So we did that, but Chuck was the one that vetoed cherry pie.
Apparently, he just wants an explanation.
I mean, to cross over from the other side and still be like, "Hey, I'm on my deathbed. You can't do cherry pie."
I had one request.
One request. You guys do cherry pie. How
Wow.
freaking weird. Wow, strange.
So were you, prior to the reading, were you kind of like pessimistic about it or just kind of,
Was I skeptical?
Yes.
No, because I had gone through a really weird experience. I've told it before on the radio. So go ahead, old man. Go ahead and yell it out if you want that you heard it before.
Heard it, move on.
So here's what happened. It was a couple of days before Flight 61 crashed into the ocean, killing everyone on board. Kevin Straley and I were to fly that flight. It was at 8:30 in the morning out of Puerto Vallarta on a Monday. We were standing in front of the flight crew. They all had turned their chairs towards the ocean, sitting there at the hotel pool. And they said, "When do you guys fly back?" I said, "We're on 261. They said, "Oh, that's our flight." And one of the flight attendants said, "You got to come party with us. We have the best time. Everybody knows us in all the bars. And then we're going to do a spa the next day. We know where all the great masseuse. We'll do that. You can stay. You can hang out with us. And then Sunday, we just take it easy. We hang out here at the pool. And then we'll all fly back." And they're like, "Please, come on. You guys will have the best time." So I turned to my buddy, Kevin Straley, and he said, "Man, Sheila's mad at me. I've been drinking. I'm getting drunk too often." And I said, and they're like, No. You guys got to come out with us. And I stood there, and there were the whole flight crew. There's the captain, the co-pilot, and everyone. My friends, Craig and Paul, the rest of them are all there. And like, "Come on, guys. You'll have the best time with us. We're going to go to Kelly's, someplace there, I don't know, in Puerto Vallarta, that Alaska Airlines goes to." I said, "It's entirely up to Straley. What do you want to do? You want to fly out on Monday? Go out with these guys tonight?" "Man, Sheila's going to be so mad." I said, "What do you want to do?" And he said, "Is there another flight?" And they're like, "Well, there's another one on Sunday, same time it takes off, but you got to fly. You got to go with us on Monday. Come out with us." I said, "Shirley, what do you want to do?" "I'm going back early." So we changed our flight. We flew out Sunday.
Wow.
Flash forward, 2017. I'm sitting on the edge of this bed in Napa, and I got an auction that night, or Sonoma. I got an auction that night, and my brother calls that my dad's not going to make it. He goes, "He's going down fast, so tell Lace and the kids not to get on the plane. Then he's not going to be alive when they get here." So I call Alaska Airlines, and I get him off the plane, and they pull him off the plane. I talk to Lace and kids, and I calm everybody down. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just sort of thinking, okay, well, this is at the end of my father's life. And I said, for a guy my age, I've only lost about three people that I really loved. I lost my Aunt Mary. I lost my dear friend Lisa Nori, and now my dad. So to only have 3 lives that have left me early, that's pretty good. And all of a sudden, scrolling across the top of my phone, at the very, I never seen it before. I've never seen it again. To the very top of the iPhone. Call Kevin Straley. Call Kevin Straley. Scrolling across the top of the phone. I thought, well, maybe I'm just seeing things because I'm so despondent. And I pointed it towards Nick. I said, "What does it say?" And she said, call Kevin Straley. Who's Kevin Straley? And I said, oh, my God. Kevin Straley died in a motorcycle accident on I-90 about a year and a half ago. And I guess I forgot about him. Boom.
Wow.
So when I heard this thing about the cherry pie thing, I was like,
Can she bake a cherry pie, Billy boy, Billy boy? Can she
all
bake
kind of
a
makes
cherry
sense in a
pie,
weird kind of way.
Billy? She
100% a believer then.
Oof. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the energy go? You know?